Well, it's wine o'clock here at Grassroots Gardens, and it's about time to get the 2022 garden season kicked off. Let me show you guys what I've got going on here. I did winter sowing because I don't have a greenhouse. I don't have a rack with grow lights. I don't have all the seed trays and soil and all the things that it takes to get a garden started. I also don't have a lot of room for a garden. I do my gardening in my front yard because I live in suburbia and I have big dogs. So the backyard is for them. It's also not a good space for gardening. It doesn't get the sun that my front yard gets. So I've been in this house for about 15 months and I started the garden in containers. And I'm just gonna walk out here and give you guys an overview of what I've got going on here. So I've just got a little house. I'm on less than an acre of land. And I've got this gorgeous front porch and big concrete apron and a lawn. And this is my space to grow food. So I also don't make a lot of money as a hairstylist. So last spring, I bought 6 of these containers. It's a decent sized container. And I filled them with soil, container gardening soil that I picked up probably from Walmart or Dollar General, whatever. There's 4, and then this trellis here came with the house. It's sustained some wind damage this winter, but I'll get that fixed soon. This is all concrete, and so yeah, that's what I'm working with here. But I'm excited today because our last frost date, average last frost date, is here in about 10 days. It's April 2nd. And so I have my plants here that I started in the winter, back in like February, just on the weekends when I was off. And today it's time to open up these jugs. So I thought I would bring you along to open them up with me. And I actually got out my started seeds so I would have them handy so you can know what varieties of things I'm growing. A lot of these seeds I got for Christmas. Amazon sells like seed bundles or survival seeds and what have you. So they most of these I got for Christmas. Some I picked up at my local dollar store. And so these are not premium seeds by any means. These are like just run-of-the-mill, generic, like for example, this cabbage. It's nothing fancy. In fact, you can buy seeds for edible things and plant starts for edible things with food stamps. So a lot of these I did pick up actually back when I was on food stamps a few years ago. I worked a minimum wage job and I qualified for food stamps. And so I invested that money in a lot of these seeds as well. So let's get started with this guy. This is some cabbage. that I winter sowed in here. And this is what it looks like from my view. This was started back in February, and it's just been hanging out on my concrete apron doing its thing. So let's open this guy up, if I can do this with one hand, and see what's going on in here. This is going to be hard to do with one hand. All right, well, I'm going to put this camera down. I'll open this up and I'll come back.